Friends, relatives, strangers, and enemies, welcome again to another educational and enlightening episode of the Texas Conservative Channel, where, as always, I do my duty on this show, and that duty is to point out the flaws and the failures of the Democrat Party and to point out all the problems that they're causing for America. And this evening I'm going to talk about Democrats, as usual. I'm going to talk about Democrats and high unemployment. Now let's talk about that. Let's talk about Democrat Party high unemployment. Let's talk about the unemployment in America that the Democrat Party has caused. Now, the reason why Democrats like there to be high numbers of unemployed people is because it increases their voter base, and it causes apathy, and it causes misery. And if they can get enough people feeling misery and get them to the point where they're not thinking straight, then they can get them blaming somebody else. The Democrats are good at using class warfare to blame one group of people or one person and suggest they're the cause of another group of people's problems. They tie the two together. So high unemployment and Democrats, they go together. Democrats benefit from high unemployment. It's one of their ways and means to power, and they've got no problem getting people unemployed. And the more food stamps they hand out, the worse the economy gets, and they know that it drives more people to the unemployment line. Of course, it's what Democrats want. And high taxation. Let's talk about Democrats and let's talk about high taxation. Now, the Democrats got a little trick game going on. You know, they believe that they can convince the American people to believe that you can go to people that make hundreds of millions of dollars and come up with $15-20 trillion to spend on give-out programs. Now, there's no way that the Democrats are going to be able to honor their tax promises. There's no way Barack Obama can honor his tax promise and spend all the money that he's wanting to spend. There's not a hoot in hell's chance. There's not enough people that make $250,000 and up in America to come up with all those trillions. No. Every last worker, down to the minimum wage worker, is going to see a tax increase. There's no way that he could fund all of his programs. There's no way Barack Obama can spend $4, $5, $6 trillion with just taxing the rich, or who he claims are the rich, $250,000 and up. So high taxation and Democrats, they go together. Democrats like high taxation because it causes more misery for those that are working. It causes them to get laid off. It causes them to go to the unemployment line. So Democrats, high unemployment, and high taxation, they go together. The Democrats like everybody tied together. Well, they're certainly tied together on that. Now, high unemployment, high taxation, and high national debt. There's no way that the Democrats can create enough unemployment and tax enough and convince the American people to go for the tax package without a high national debt. Because if the Democrats can run up a high national debt, it deflects the attention off of the high unemployment and the high taxation. Not totally, but if the Democrats can get everybody focused on the high national debt, then it's easier for the Democrats to try and blame somebody with success, blame somebody with a business. Blame your neighbor, so to speak, is what the Democrats like to do. You know, high taxation, high unemployment, and high national debt. And Democrats go together. Democrats need those things. As well, it's not going to do the Democrat Party any good to have everybody driving around on $1.50, $1.60, $1.90 gas. Hell no. The Democrats are not going to stand for that because it'd take away from the other three problems that they're trying to cause. You know, they want everybody, on top of high unemployment and high national debt and high taxation, the Democrat Party wants Americans to pay high prices for gas. You know, it irritates the other problems. And there's no question about it. Democrats can get you paying high taxes, can get you paying high prices for gas. If they can get you in the unemployment line, and they can get your share of the national debt growing more and more and more, then they'll be able to take that and use that to try and drum up misery. And again, blame anybody with success, slowly tearing down the fabric onto which this nation was built. The Democrat Party is out to destroy America. High home foreclosures, more than ever before. Again, the Democrats are behind it. I mean, it is amazing how the Democrats can pull all of this off without more Americans paying attention to it. There has to be more attention paid to what the Democrat Party is trying to do to this nation. I mean, I'm going to try to do my part here on this channel. The high home foreclosures, the high taxation, the high gas prices, the high national debt, the high unemployment lines, though the Democrat Party wants people to have to go through that. They are willing for America because it helps empower them. The Democrats know that they can run by blaming somebody else. Oh, it's that business owner, it's that person that's got that money, it's that person that's got all that success. And there's a higher misery level. And as long as they're in power, and as long as they stay in power, they can keep making those problems that have reached high proportions worse and worse and worse. They feel the longer they can stay in power, the more often they'll be able to attain power for the Democrats and haven't been able to get it yet. And all they have to do is blame somebody with something. The Democrats want to either blame somebody that has something, blame somebody with money, or take it from them in the form of a government tax and distribute it to somebody else. That's what the Democrats are about. And the country is not well off right now. You know, Barack Obama's fixing to give a speech, you know, here in just a few days. And we wonder what he's going to say. But it's going to be more of the same. He's going to use those words, investment and innovation, when he should just really say spend. Barack Obama needs to be honest with the American people. He needs to get on TV and let America know who he is on the inside. He needs to tell America, America, I want to spend as many of your dollars as I possibly can. You know, he needs to be honest. He needs to be honest and admit that he doesn't care about economic growth. You know, he doesn't care about capitalism. He's trying to revamp the whole American monetary system. And there's no way that freedom-loving Americans are going to stand for it. We're just not going to stand for it. It will not stand. And I will point that crap out here on the Texas Conservative Channel. Folks, you don't have to stand for it. You don't have to stand for the problems that the Democrats are causing America. You don't have to stand for the fact that the Democrats are causing you to pay more for gas. You know, America has taxed and spent its way out of its own national security interests. I mean, the Army's shrinking. We don't have funds for jets. We don't have funds for new laser technologies that could knock down missiles. We don't have funds for national missile defense. We don't have the money to pay our soldiers. And the Democrats are the cause of it. The Democrats were so intent over the years on making America addicted to government programs so that they could empower themselves, that they have left America's national security in peril. And that is a fact. And there's no way in hell that can be unchallenged. And there's no way in hell it's not going to be unchecked. And no funds for a new space shuttle. What does that mean? That means no more space. That means no blasting off up into space for America. What else does that mean? Well, America has all kind of communication satellites and military satellites, and then there's the International Space Station. America can't get up to them. We can't get up there and maintenance our military satellites. Those satellites that are floating around the world have to be maintained, or they'll run out of juice, run out of batteries. Their systems, it'll be a systems neglect. And if we don't get up there and fix it, the satellites could fall out of orbit and go haywire or do some other kind of damage. No, the Democrats and their egotistical willingness to hand out as much money as they could, even if they had to borrow it, even if they have to print it, even if they have to tax it from somebody else, they want to dump money on the economy. And then the Democrats smile. Barack Obama smiles like he's doing something good for America and has the gall to say that his policies have set us on the right course. Well, I beg to differ, and so does America. And we'll be begging the hell out of some difference come election time. You can be damn sure. And folks, it's the truth that I speak. I'm not just doing this for fun, though indeed it's a hell of a lot of fun. I'm doing it because I speak the truth. You know it. Friends, relatives, strangers, and enemies, you know that I speak the truth. The Democrat Party knows that I speak the truth. Barack Hussein Obama, the President of the United States, cannot deny that I speak the truth. And he knows that the Republicans that are going to debate coming up, they speak the truth. And the Democrats and Barack Obama don't like people speaking the truth about them. And that's why he's trying to schedule his speech during the Republican debate. What a dumbass. Just Mr. 36% and dropping. Folks, Barack Obama's job approval rating is at 36% and falling. And here on this channel, on the Texas Conservative channel, we're going to do our part. I'm going to do my part to contribute to that approval rating dropping. And to hear more about it, and to hear more about these dastardly Democrats, you got to catch the next episode. See you then.